once again, the NightEagles2 starting down south.
Yep, and AVANT-GARDE will be starting up north, and
we've switched like to the Runeberg setup pretty much. So once again, you've got 5 heavy tanks strong for the exact same setup in all 3 sets for the NightEagles2. While AVANT-GARDE, of course, switched back to its 3 T69 medium tank setup. There's 2 MX-50s as well, and it served them pretty well, like on Bloomberg, if you ask me, so why change that? And it looks like AVANT-GARDE are going for a railroad push to the west.
Yeah, it looks like, they are moving towards that western area, whereas the NightEagles side are actually moving more towards the west, so...
to the east.
Yeah, to the east, yes.
Yeah, they're committing actually their 2 MX-50s. No, that 1 MX-50 possibly is going up the hill, whereas the 2 IS-3s, the 3 IS-3s, pardon me, and the T-32 are just sort of on the edge of the Central Park area to the east.
So definitely more defensive setup coming out, actually, from both teams. You know,
yeah, well, now the push has been spotted, obviously, like they know that AVANT-GARDE are just really aggressively coming down the railroad, so if you ask me, I think, well, so far there's not much movement from the NightEagle side.
Yeah, from neither team, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and actually...
only the scouts have actually spotted each other, sorry about that. So, you know, they don't know that AVANT-GARDE have pretty much all their forces to the railroad.
Yeah, and actually I think it was a couple days ago that we saw a pretty brilliant push come out from, I forgot the team name, but what happened was they sent 2 of their heavy tanks over the hill and they decided to flank their opponent. So
yeah, absolutely. So like, that was pretty brilliant.
So that 1 AMX-50 down in the south east corner could maybe turn out for, you know, a flanking maneuver. We'll have to see.
Well, I mean, if it can actually manage to get on top of the hill, because right now we do know that AVANT-GARDE are all the way to the west to the railroad. So right now they can't know that. But if that AMX-50 manages to get on top of the hill, pretty much it would provide excellent cover fire.
Yeah, or even just on top of the hill. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. From sniping is just brilliant. Like for instance, where Vavav is right now.
Yeah, and actually he did spot that 1 other AMX-50 across the field, but no shots will be fired just yet.
Like actually, AVANT-GARDE deciding to back down a little bit because they had been spotted.
Yeah.
So they decided to just come slightly closer to their starting point. Not taking any risks, and actually both AVANT-GARDE scouts being taken down here.
Yeah, both AVANT-GARDE scouts have been taken out now, so you know the NightEagles team will have the slight advantage in the vision, but I don't think it's going to really change anything.
Well, yeah, no, because they still have like those 3 T69s as well. Now they're going for a full push. Like, yeah, it's just
they saw that 1 AMX-50 on the eastern side, so they know that you know if they push down that western area.
Oh, they have been spotted, but look at that! It's just like completely within range already.
Yeah, so they're actually going to go for that base capture. It's not the base capture is most likely not going to happen. However, it's going to force the NightEagles team to retreat. Yeah, to retreat and come back. And
they're sending like their T1, their remaining T1 to capture the enemy base.
Could be bad for them, but base capture has been started on the
AVANT-GARDE side.
On the AVANT-GARDE side.
Like Griven, actually Captain Griven, just hiding behind the church, and we started the base capture.
Actually, this is a pretty brilliant play because Griven is actually behind that building right now, so the NightEagles...
he's undercover. He's undercover. Like they're first gonna have to take out all the other tanks before they can get to him. So,
if the NightEagles want to stop this base capture, they actually have to go through the rest
all the
of the
remaining tanks.
Like,
definitely. So they got to defend this now. If they do it successfully, if they do it successfully, though, they will win this set because the remaining T1 is going for the AVANT-GARDE base capture as well. It has started. So basically, AVANT-GARDE having no other choice but to wipe everybody out.
Yeah, they
don't want to take this.
They have to do something quick because the AVANT-GARDE team have no remaining T1s, so they don't have the option of sending that just a tier 1 tank back. They have to send one of their tier 8s.
I mean, they would have to at least send like 1 T69. If they do so, they would lose obviously because they'd be completely under the gun. Outgunned out there, so they have no other option but just to win this really fast here, and they're going for additional tanks for the capture here. Obviously.
Oh, and actually Nijojo here coming out around that 1 building to try and stop this base capture, and they have stopped the base capture, so a little bit of I think
now they're actually sending that MX-50 back.
Yeah,
actually to defend this. They have to, but I honestly don't think they're going to pull this off though, because they're completely outgunned where they are. And let's not forget, they do have 1 T69 down already, and in terms of sheer firepower, NightEagles definitely having the advantage here.
Yeah, so NightEagles are actually pushing out towards the AVANT-GARDE team, taking out now another AMX-50, so looking pretty grim for the AVANT-GARDE team right now. They only have 3 tier 8s remaining, and they're pushing quite heavily, taking out these 2 tanks right here.
double ram.
Yeah, a double ram.
By Jojo here, and who's taking plenty of punishment here, but he's still alive.
Yeah,
he's still alive. One goes down, so yeah, it's pretty much game over here.
Yeah, it looks pretty. It looks like game over for the AVANT-GARDE team.
They will manage to stop the base capture, but that's not going to change anything.
Yep, it looks like
what a sandwich we just seen like here.
So the base capture has been stopped. However, this is the last remaining AMX50.
Yeah, and look at that.
The AVANT-GARDE team. Yeah,
it's got less than 5% hit points. He's pretty much
pretty much toast. Yeah, pretty much toast, and the NightEagles team now creeping towards the AVANT-GARDE base, trying to take out.
It really cost them quite a bit to have lost both of their T1s so early
on.
Yeah,
it did.
Actually,
it really did.
It was a crippling blow because they had once again they had to send an MX50
because
back to defend this, and that just left them completely well vulnerable to the NightEagles extra firepower. So
yeah, because I mean, so many of these NightEagle tanks are so low that if the AVANT-GARDE team just got a couple more shots off, they could have taken out a bunch more of the NightEagles tanks. However, because they had to send that AMX50 back, that's even though the AMX50 is pretty low, it still could have provided a lot of damage.
Well, especially the MX50, definitely as a heavier, well, amongst the heavy tanks, it definitely is the best to provide support fire.
Definitely.
So it's definitely a crippling blow for the AVANT-GARDE team to have had to sacrifice that extra tank, and well, that's pretty much going to do it. The base capture will take place, or the MX50 will go down.
So
one or the other.
10 minutes, or actually no. About 10 seconds left now. Oh, actually, this AMX50 is doing a good job
just
of
sort of but
teasing.
that's not gonna be